and welcome to my YouTube channel once again, Viewpoint with Sajal. So, friends, the latest development that has taken place in the war zone of Ukraine, Russia, is that now slowly and gradually the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, is coming down to his knees and on the begging bone. I mean, he's ready to compromise. These are the signs that he's giving up. To the best of the reports that what we have gathered till now, about nothing less than $100 billion worth a destruction that has already taken place in the country. And this is what I call a sheer difference between a seasoned or an experienced a politician or maybe a diplomat or whatever you may call versus the comedian that became, the president. I mean, I tell you something with what I personally believe, the kind of people you have in your country is the kind of administrators you own. This fellow won more than 70% of the mandate of the people of Ukraine, and look what he has done. Now, more than 2 million people have actually taken refuge in the Europe. Almost $100 billion worth of destruction that has taken place in the country. What not is happening? And when you know that you cannot fight Russia at all. Today, I was actually decimated by listening to one of our ex-army men sitting on one of our esteemed national news channel and, uh, giving all the arguments such as the Ukrainians are the true fighters, they will fight to the end, they will do this, they will do, blah, blah, blah. I mean, look, to my understanding, even today, Russia or the President Putin, they are maintaining a lot of restraint. They are indeed maintaining a lot of restraint. Otherwise, it would have actually, this war or this country would have been over by far. Had they not been considerate about the civilian casualties, have they not been considerate about the international commitments, international pressure, international engagements, violations, it would have been just a one click for Russia and this country would have been gone out of the map of the world. Now, there are 3 or 4 basic demands which Russia has put across, to which this fellow Zelensky is bound down. Now bound down. He's now bound down. I mean, getting down on his knees. He's bound. Sorry, it's a tongue twister for me as of now. So now what he's the basic 3, 4 demands that Russia has put across is first that Ukraine must acknowledge or acknowledge Crimea as an independent country. Besides that, the 2 provinces that were being declared as independent nations by President Putin or Russia just recently during the course of this war, they must be also recognized as independent nations. Besides this, no further NATO engagement, and Ukraine will always live and survive by Russia. To me, I don't find any sense for denying these facts. In a larger context, if you see what is happening is that the Western world and categorically the United States, okay, no more the United States is actually making merry out of all this. What they wanted to do, they have done. They have imposed a whole lot of sanctions. They wanted Russian economy to collapse. As it is, it was not very healthy. But then they further wanted to, jolt it down. So that is what their ambition, their purpose was. Had it been something more than the Ukrainians or their nationals or, getting them into NATO or blah, 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 or in shorter terminology, in the interest of NATO, things would have been very different. I mean, United States, without any treaty, without any agreement, where they have actually followed when they went into Afghanistan, when they attacked Vietnam, when they entered Syria, Yemen, blah, blah, when they dropped the nuclear bomb on Hiroshima, Nagasaki, even so much so that they kept bombing Pakistan, for that matter. So which international norms and, agreements or conventions are they talking about? It was just their, interest, their own interest that they were serving. And today, Zelensky is making such, statements that he is not at all hopeful. Initially, he was demanding that the entire airspace of Ukraine must be saved and be declared as a no-fly zone, on which I've already done a video. But however, I mean, no country in the NATO or NATO as an alliance would come and lock horns with Russia for the simple reason, in their individual capacity, they cannot match up to the military might of Russia. That is point number one. Second, if NATO collectively comes in, it is a declared world war. So Let us see how much more destruction the unfortunate land of Ukraine would see. Let us see. And how soon? Because right now, even Zelensky, now that we have seen that he's giving the signs of, coming onto the negotiating table, but, Putin does not look to me in a hurry. He will keep bombing. He will bring them not only to their knees, but to their toes. He will make them do a Surya Namaskar, for sure. A Danvat Pranam, unless or until all the conditions being levied by Russia are being in principle, in written, and legally accepted by Ukraine, nothing much will be proceeded. Until then, I don't find any reason why, if I had been in the position of Putin, even I wouldn't stop my army in action. It's not only Ukrainians or Ukraine army that they're encouraging damages, even Russian army is also encouraging damages. So when the cost is so high, so the negotiations have to be in accordance. So let us see how does this happen. But my video, why I'm putting this across once again, is to all my fellow countrymen, us Indians, please do not get this hangover to call Russia or corner Russia in negativity. And always remember, like in my previous video, I've given you the facts at every given point in time when India required international support. Ukraine does not even have one example to quote wherein they have supported India, be it the Kashmir issue, be it any of the wars that Pakistan fought with us or China fought with us. So, if at all, look, this is what, the world is all about. It's like, Russia, they actually sent their fleet to take care of the seventh fleet that was advancing towards the western coast of India to attack in the 71 war. Imagine, at that time, had Russia not supported and silent China, because China was also prepared to attack India. So what Russia did was a wonderful, tremendous job along with Israel, wherein Israel, I mean, I don't know how many of you people are aware about this fact that in 1971 itself, and post which as well, Russia gave offer to India to extend every support and be part of the operation to destroy all the nuclear installations in Pakistan. Pakistan. So, people, let us be very, very careful while being decisive. Let's not be thinking from the heart, but let's apply our brains. Today, Russia needs us, and the policy that our prime minister has adopted, or the foreign policy that our foreign minister is toying with, is absolutely remarkable. Do not worry about any kind of sanctions being levied upon India. If so, United States under CATSA goes ahead and try to impose any kind of sanctions on India, it will give a major bolt to its own objectives in South China Sea, in the Arabian Sea, and to contain China. So it is all interconnected. Now, one more thing, if you might have heard or followed the reports internationally or globally, China is now bowing down towards India. It's leaning towards India. But then this is one country you cannot trust ever. Communists are never to be trusted. So you cannot trust them, whatever they do or whatever they say. So let us be very careful, be balanced in our approach. And, all my point is that let us first analyze, try to do a little bit of introspection, what happened in the past, what is going to be the aftermaths, and what is happening in the present before we actually call the shots. I was actually not very, very, comfortable listening to that retired army officer, chanting about Ukraine. Ukrainians, they're fighting, they're fighting. I mean, you are irritating a world power like Russia. And on the other hand, Britain and US, they're spreading this propaganda that Russia will use the chemical weapons. And if so, be it so. And this is something what even our government must learn. It is not a very big deal to take back the Pak occupied Kashmir. It's only a matter of time that we can do it. So, any which ways, people, if you really like what I have just shared with you, if you agree with me, do put your comments in the comment section. Besides this, please share the channel, keep subscribing, and do not forget to press the bell icon. And of course, I shall be looking on the other side, meeting all of you once again on the recent developments that has taken place on the UP elections. So till then, thank you very much for your time. Watch my video till the end. Share your thoughts, share your comments. It only helped me, improve. Any which ways, thanks very much. God bless you all. Have a sound sleep.